Oh
My skeleton.
I love. If you haven't watched the show yet, I highly recommend it. But in this video, I will be talking about the most recent episodes of Invincible. Dude, this show is so hype, bro. With Invincible reaching his 138% strength change, and his overwhelming growth. It's just amazing, bro. I love the show so much. And even though he gets beat up sometimes, that's okay. You know, all our superheroes, they're not perfect, but still, what Invincible is, he isn't Spider-Man. He isn't Superman. He isn't perfect. He's still a teenager. He's still growing. He is still changing. And we, as the viewers, we don't really, how do I say this? We don't really accept that. You know, we want Mark to be this great, strong superhero, and we want him to stop being so selfish. But in this story, he isn't perfect like we want him to be. In the story, he changes throughout the series. He gains more experience in the field. He understands more. He learns. And speaking on character development, we have to talk about Powerplex. He is amazing. I think he's voiced by that one person from Breaking Bad. And he did an absolutely amazing job. Powerplex is this amazing dude. Even though he's a little crazy, he's a little messed up, you know. But he is still good. You know, his story about his niece and his sister dying. I believe those were his family members who died back when Omni-Man and Invincible had their fight back in Chicago, and their death made him into this monster. He was traumatized. He was broken. You could see his transformation from being this fluffy man into this now more fitter person. But you can tell how distraught he is. You can tell how that moment changed him. You know what I mean? And what we've seen in the most recent episodes, he isn't healing. He's still this broken man throughout the series. But speaking of characters, big shout out to the Shrinking Girl and Rex Explode, my freaking guy, my freaking greatest of all time. You don't ever disrespect my guy. He's him, bro. I'm telling you, I didn't like him first of all in season 1 because he was cursing all the time. And like, as the seasons progressed, he slowed down on that, and I'm like so thankful. Cause like, bro, I'm not here to hear you curse, bro. I'm here to see some action. I'm here to see some story, right? But still, him in his development, him from being immature to still immature, but still he's growing, right? You can see how his character is changing for the better. And at the very end, we see Mark just gassed out. He's over with it, man. He is done with it all. And out of nowhere, you hear,
Stand ready for my arrival, worm.
that junk hit, bro. I mean, when I heard it, it wasn't like amazing, but as I kept hearing it on like TikTok, you know, it started getting way better and better and better and better until I realized it was actually like really good. I hope the Invincible War wasn't that point when the Marks just came to our Mark's world and started doing destruction, and then they just went away. I hope that wasn't the whole Invincible War, and I hope that like more Marks come to our Mark's universe and we have an actual like a battle. You know what I mean? Because that wasn't a war. That was nothing. That was literally nothing. We did nothing to them except take out a few Marks, and then they just take out billions of people. Like, come on now. No, bro. Like, bro, that wasn't a war. That was like a catastrophe. That was a disaster, bro. Coming back to the animation, the reason why it looks out of the way it looks is because of the amount of people working on the show and the funding. I've already watched a couple of videos on it, and it's really like an eye-opener. Seeing shows like The Boys and all the other shows on Prime Video having these big budgets, and they don't even have the same amount of following, the same amount of attention as Invincible does. I'm not saying The Boys has less people watching it than Invincible, but I'm just saying they're on somewhat equal footing. Maybe not, but still, it's such a good show. It's such a good show, and it should receive the funding.